Hello, Amazon Live. This is D's with D's Aquariums today, and we're just doing a little bit of product highlighting today to show you a little bit of pictures of my fish tanks and other things like that, and some of the pictures that I got from some nature walks around my area that I found inspiration for some of my fish tanks. I have a dog and I have fish tanks. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to show you is my dog. You can't buy him on Amazon, unfortunately. There he is, the shorty boy right there. This little shorty. Little 6-year-old Yorkie right here. And he's been a really good dog over the years. Really love this dog. I wouldn't say he's perfect dog. Only thing that I say that's wrong with my dog is that he barks a little excessively, and if he didn't do that, and sometimes he marks his territory, which I got some products for that later in the carousel. Other than that, if you negated those two issues with my dog, he's the perfect dog. He's a caring, loving little lap dog, and I love it so much. I got a hey Shorty and D. Hello Sky, how are you doing? So today we're gonna get into some products that I like. Hit in the chat if you guys rather prefer cats or dogs. I'm team dog, obviously. So, but let me know in the chat. Are you guys cat or team dog? So I'm gonna go to my carousel here. The first product that I'm gonna talk about, since I'm talking about dogs first, is this: the Angry Orange Odor Eliminator. Now I have this product here, which I'm going to show you in the overhead view. Have it here. Odor, if you can see that, odor eliminator. It's really good, smells really well. And what I like about this product, first of all, I love citrus. I love the smell of citrus, so it's really great if you love the smell of citrus fruits like orange. And what I like about this is that it's super concentrated. It's a super concentrated product, which means you don't need to use much of it. Like I said, my dog, he does a lot of marking around the house, and one of his favorite spots to mark his territory is my trash can for some weird reason. He will go in there and mark it, and when I use this stuff, he will leave it alone and he'll find a new area. So I really like it because it smells good. It gets the smell of pee or urine out of any surface, and that's why I really love this product. I stand by this product. Been using it for about a year or two now, and I really stand by it. It comes in a 8 flow ounce bottle, which will save you a lot of time depending on what size dog you have. I have a small dog, or if you have multiple dogs, you might run out of this stuff quicker. But what you do is just mix a little bit of this stuff in a gallon of water or whatever. I put mine in a spray bottle because I don't have that big of a dog, and I spray it every time I clean up, and it keeps the dog away. He does not like the smell of this, but it smells good to humans, but to dogs, they do not like it, which I love it. It'll keep them away from that pee spot. I suggest you guys pick it up. It's very great, and you get a coupon. If you subscribe and save on your first order, you can get a coupon for it. I suggest you get this. Cats, dogs, doesn't matter. It works. Carpet. If you got a couch your cat or dog likes to pee on, you can clean your couch with this and make it smell very great. Now, the orange smell, it doesn't really smell like fresh oranges. If I had to describe the fresh, like how it really smells in orange, it reminds me of those Tootsie lollipops, the big ones where how many licks does it take to get to a lollipop? That's what it smells. It smells like the orange flavor kind, which isn't bad. It smells pretty good to me, kind of sweet, and that's why I really like this product. I'm having a little bit of, it's going a little slow for me real quick. Let's look here. All right, got it. And since I'm on the topics of dogs, let me see if I got any comments real quick. Yes, you have a coupon. You subscribe and save, and that's basically you can save 15%, 10 to 15% on this product, which I really suggest that if you have a dog or cat anywhere, even if you don't have carpet and your cat or dog urinates around the house or in an area, this really works and it really smells good too. So I suggest you get it. Another product that I love for my dog is this harness by EcoBark. Now we've been using this pretty much since we got my dog in 2015. We've been using harnesses because before we had purchased our dog, we had found out that walking your dog in a collar is really bad because it kind of chokes the dog. So to have better control when walking the dog and making it safer for your dog would be the harness, because if you have to pull your dog back, or in my case I have to pick my dog up sometimes. I'll tell you a story here. We was walking my dog, he's 6 pounds mind you, a little Yorkie, and we was walking and a big German Shepherd had got loose and it had just caught us completely by surprise, and we had to yank the dog up real quick while he's still in the harness, and he was fine and the dog was trying to get after him. But if we had tried to yank him up like that to try to protect him and we was walking him in a collar, it could have hurt or killed my dog. So this is why I really like this EcoBark. It's really easy to put on for my dog and any dog. They got different sizes here and different colors, and it's very great when walking your dog. My brother actually also bought this product for his dog, and he has a 35-pound pit bull boxer mix who's also 5 or 6. And I like this because for those type of dogs as well, like the pit bulls and boxers, they kind of like to tug and pull on the leash, and this makes it more easier to control the dog without hurting the dog, which is a really great product. It has a Velcro strap up there, as you can see near the top, and it also has, for extra security, a belt or buckle mechanism that you can also lock up, double secure your dog in their harness, which is why I recommend this product. And this is the other style harness. Now, this is the harness that my brother got for his 35-pound dog. It is really great. For the bigger dogs, I really like this style because it kind of still lets them be free without restricting their movement. And it's more easier to control the dog if he likes to pull, like I said. And this one also has different styles, like the camo. Me personally, green's my favorite color. I like the green camo. I kind of like it. And if you ever played video games, there's this game called Call of Duty Ghost, and in there is a German Shepherd that is called Riley, and he has this similar style vest on, and that's what it reminds me of. And I can't also recommend you a harness without a leash. I've been using the leash since we got the dog. It's really great. Comes in many different colors, reflective also if you like to walk in at nighttime. And what I like, I got the red leash for my dog, which I'm going to show you some pictures actually of my dog now that we're talking about it. So here's my little dog here. You know, that's Shorty chilling with his little harness, like I said, by EcoBark, and with the same style leash. And what I like about the leash is it's 6 feet, so it's not that long, and I believe, let me see, I believe that they have different lengths. That might be a reach. Yeah, they have different lengths. I like the 6 feet kind of standard one because, and it's widths too, so I just keep the 1 inch width. It's pretty thick. And I use the same leash for my brother's big 35-pound dog. Easier to control the dog with a lot of power. Maybe if you got a smaller dog, you can go at the 3/4 inch. I think getting an inch one for a 6-pound dog is maybe a little overkill, but I kind of like the thickness of it, and it gives you more control over your dog. And it's not expensive too. Only $8-9, and you know it's really good to walk your dog with. And since I'm speaking of my dog, I want to show you some more pictures of my dog here. This is my dog. Also, you can see he's at the vet here. He doesn't really like this place, but when he gets his wellness checks, he kind of goes nuts in the place. He doesn't like it, but still got the same harness and the same leash. He loves that little leash. Every time he sees me grab the little leash, he comes running and sprinting full on after you, like the people in Get Out. Here's another picture of my dog here. Same. You need a haircut right there. Look like a little lion. Same leash, same harness. I love it so much. I really do. And here's another picture of him right here. Just a really cute little dog. He's a Yorkie teacup. Let me see any comments. Yes, my dog, when he pulled my little Yorkie, he pulls on the leash. Sky, yes, he thinks he is a big dog. Now, I will say that the Yorkies, and here's another shirt that I'm actually going to have to cover next show. It's a little shirt that you can get for your dogs. Now, I don't know why, and this is a different color harness, but the same people, EcoBark, I don't know why we got the white and black colorway for my dog, because it kind of makes him look like them old school time prisoners. They wear the little striped jumpsuit like he's in Alcatraz or something. But it really keeps him nice and warm when we get his hair cut, as you see, like in the fall and winter time. It kind of keeps him warm around in the house, which is why I recommend getting the shirts, which I have to show you on another show. So let me go back to my carousel here, and the shirts, I have these shirts as well that I showed last time, and I really like these shirts better because they fit a little more snugger. I don't know if that's a word. Snugger. Drop it in the chat if snugger is a word. It fits a little snug on your dog, which I really love, and it comes in a camo. Like I said, I love the green. My brother loves the blue, and my mom loves the red color. And I really like this because, like I said, it fits more snug and secure on your dog and not so loose, and it actually helps them keep them warm. Like I said, in the fall and winter time is where my dog gets cold the most, or even in the summer when it's really hot and you have to run that AC in the house. Get you a little dog shirt for your dog. Now, I see that they have different sizes. Since I only have a 6-pound dog, I get the small for my dog, and it fits perfectly. And I love getting him his little shirt. Now, let's get into another part of my forte, is fish tanks. Now, I like fish tanks. Tell me in the comment chats, in the comment section, have you guys ever kept a fish tank, or did one of your family members or friend ever keep a fish tank, and did it look cool to you? Let me know in the chat. Let me check the chat. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, I always got into fish tanks because a couple of my family members have always kept fish. Like my aunt, she always kept fish. I remember going over her house as a kid, and she always used to keep these big fish, like common plecos, and these big fish that's about 12 inches long, and they kind of really beefy, like they look like a pack of ground beef, and their name were Oscars. The Oscar fish were really cool, and I just remember going over there. And another aunt also used to keep fish on my mom's side, and I just remember going over, seeing all of the fish swim by. And I've kept fish over the years, some success, some fail. I mean, that's part of the hobby, and I've just been continue to get better in the hobby, even though I still don't know everything I would like to know, or not at the level I would like to be at when keeping fish. And I still love this hobby because it's just so peaceful to go home and see fish, or just come home and look at something, a little piece of nature in your home, because sometimes we don't really get to go out. We live in areas that might be filled with a lot of buildings, and they chop a lot of nature around, and we kind of live in an area, like for me personally, I live in an area where they're cutting down all the trees. they're messing up a lot of like the waterways and creeks and stuff, and only thing you see now is buildings. So it's really nice to get out and go home when you come home and look at a nice little piece of nature in your house. So that's what I like. That's kind of my style of fish keeping, is trying to make it natural, more natural as possible. And that's what I really love, because some fish habitats and stuff are being destroyed all over the world. Like one of my favorite fish, which I'll show you here. Now, I'm going to show you a picture right here. These fish right in this little fish tank, they are white cloud minnows. And I don't know why the video's not playing, but anyway, their habitat that they come from, their natural habitat, is actually destroyed from tourism and runoff from big companies, industries, by dumping toxic waste into the water. And these fish are found in China, and I kind of like to make it really nice and natural for them. So that's why I like keeping the fish. Even though in the wild they're pretty much extinct, you can still find this fish in the hobby because they breed really easy in the hobby. So I'm going to show you some products. A product that I really like that I'm going to show you here on the overhead is Sea-Chem Stability. Now what this is basically bacteria in a bottle, and I use this stuff when either my water might get cloudy, or when I set up a brand new fish tank. And what I like to use this because I use used filter cartridges from another tank and put it in a new setup, and this gives you good bacteria to make sure that you don't have any like new fish dying off when you put them in your aquarium, and it kind of helps you balance out the ecosystem. And I just use it for like new setups, but once the tank matures, I don't really use it after that. But it's really good for when you first start setting up your fish tank. You need some good beneficial bacteria in there to help keep your fish living. It's a really great bottle of products, and I love Sea-Chem's products, as I show you that I also have some more of their products up here. I love that their Sea-Chem Flourish tabs that I also use for my aquariums, and to put some root tabs in, which I'll show you here. This is one of my aquariums. Still don't know why the video doesn't play, but anyway, those green plants, I actually use root tabs down at the bottom for my aquarium plants to make them grow very great. And what I like about these little Sea-Chem Flourish tabs, as you can see in the picture here, they inserted it into the soil substrate. That way their plants can get nutrients. And what I like about this, it doesn't, once you put the tablet in the water and you're trying to push it down, it doesn't break apart easily, which I really like. Me personally, I take a knife and I have to slice it down the middle. That way I can use a lot more of it around the tank. And it works great. You probably got to switch it every 3 to 6 months at max. Probably three of these for a 10-gallon tank, and you can get the whole tank really well, get some really nice growth out of these plants. I suggest you get some of this if you want some live plants in your aquarium. Another product by Sea-Chem that I also have right here, I'll show you in the overhead. I got the little baby bottle here, as you can see, Sea-Chem Flourish, and what this is a fertilizer. It's a pretty much a plant fertilizer. When I do my water changes, I'll use a little bit of this. They have instructions on the back, follow the dosing correspondent with your fish tank size, and it'll help grow your plants very well. And I've been using this since 2019, the Sea-Chem Flourish, and it helps grow your plants great, which I'll show you here. Another one of my pictures for my fish tanks here. Here's one of my first ever biotopes for my aquarium, and this is when I first set the aquarium up. These plants in the back kind of grew up more, and I was using Sea-Chem Flourish to help get those aquariums plants up faster and grow more robust. And that's what I really love about the Sea Chem Flourish. Really easy to find, and if you subscribe on, you can save 5% on an auto delivery. Another product that I have with me today also is called the Hikari First Bites, and I show you this on the overhead, the little packet it comes in. The Hikari First Bites, can you see that? Hikari First Bites, and what this is like a little fine powder, and what I like to use this for is baby fish, and I have a lot of baby fish, and I'm gonna show you. I hope the video plays. The video does not play today. I don't know why it doesn't play. But anyway, and this is one of my fish tanks also. And in this little fish tank, it has a lot of little fish babies up at the top in the little roots of the plants. And I feed this because they're so small. It's really easy for the fish to eat. And the adult fish eat it too, but this is for the baby fish. If you're into like breeding guppies and other things like that, this is a good fish food that I would recommend you get for your baby fish and more smaller mouth fish. Now, what I primarily feed my fish adults is this Tetra Color, which I also have on the overhead. As you can see, if it comes into focus, this Tetra Flake food. And what I like about this is that it will help brighten up your fish and bring out some of their colors. Now also I have plants and other things, and I'm taking care of the water quality of my fish tank, but this helps make their colors pop just a little bit more, which I really like. And it comes in different size bottles. You can get a small pack. This is a really small short bottle. I have 6 fish tanks, so I got the big one, and what I do is just really crush it up into a fine powder, sprinkle it over there. My fish eat it really quick. They love this, and when I feed them, they go nuts over it. And I'm gonna show you. I hope this one doesn't play either. Okay, I'm gonna show you some of the photos I took on a hike with my family. We went to a pond, well, not a pond, really a stream or a lake. I don't know what you call it. And anyway, it was just really nice to see some of the wildlife. I took some pictures in here. There were some fish in here. I'm kind of mad the video doesn't play today, so I'll try to get that fixed next stream for you, because there were some little baby bass which swam over to the camera, which was pretty cool. And this water was going pretty fast down stream. And I just really like this, just getting to go out and see nature. Like I said, again, it's just really therapeutic. And I got a good shot through some trees to see the water here. It was just a very nice day out on the water, just getting to see nature and some of the aquatic life that we often overlook. All right. Hey, yo, and don't forget, if you want your chance to win a giveaway today, please send a screenshot of you following us at live@computerpal.live for your chance to enter this giveaway that we got going today. And we're streaming again after this. We have another cameo by Computer Pal himself with tech and gadgets. And after that show, we also have another show with Halftime Josh Gaming, and he's also doing a giveaway. So we got 3 giveaways coming from the head of Computer Pal today. So just make sure you screen that, jump in our live, show us some love on the feed, click some of the products, hit that star button, and show us that you're following, and you can get your chance to win in a giveaway. And we're doing it 3 times today. This is really big today. Another product that I really like to use for my aquariums, obviously I've showed you guys this so much, is the Quiet Flow 10 LED Pro. I really like this filter a lot because it keeps the water clean, and it has a 5-stage filter process which goes above and beyond for the price which isn't that expensive, goes above and beyond for the price to make sure that your water is crystal clear and that it helps makes your fish healthy and gives you the longevity out of your fish tank. Let me see if I got any more quiet. Nice D. Enter. Yes. Thank you, Mike. Into that giveaway. We have 3 coming tonight from 3 different people, a part of Computer Pal, and get your chance to give a giveaway, because right now not too many people are signing up for it. So you should be able to win if you show us that you're following, show us some love in the live stream. And like I said, this is a great filter. The only thing I would say that I do not like about this filter, and it's the only thing, is that you cannot change the flow rate of it, which is how fast the water comes out of the filter. So if you got like some more docile swimming fish like mollies and things like that, or guppies who kind of swim or are a little fragile with very fast water coming out, I wouldn't recommend. Now, I did have to use a pre-filter sponge in the intake of it to kind of help baffle some of the water from coming out so fast, and once I did that, it worked very fine. If it just had a little dial that lets you control the flow, perfect filter. I really stand by this filter a lot. And another product that I really like, another filter that I'm going to show you, is the Magoon 60 filter, which I actually had on this aquarium here. Here's a shot. Now, to some people, this looks very dirty, but the water is actually very clean, and the only reason why it is pretty much stained, like if you see in here in the nature, it's a lot of like dying leaves or other degree, and the only reason why it's kind of brownish like that in nature and in my aquarium is from the tannic acids that are found from like leaves. So what I do is boil the leaves and maybe some alder cones, and it gives you that nice brown tea stained water. It's the same thing. You get the tannic acids, like the same thing when you drink wine and it gives it that bitter taste. Those are tannins from fruits and stuff. From when they get hit water, they release this chemical that makes the water brownish, which is really cool in my opinion. Some people don't like, it's called black water, and if you go to like Amazon or in other areas like Florida and things like that, they have a lot of like black water swampy areas, which really looks really beautiful if you can escape it right. And this is a 5-gallon beta tank, since they come from dark black water, like rice paddies and things like that. So it's just more like a biotope for my beta, which also in this aquarium is 2 mono shrimp that like to eat the algae and eat some of the dead leaves in there, and they love it. And what I like about this filter is it would keeps your water very clean, and it uses a sponge system. Now, let me scroll down. As you can see at the top, there's 2 filters in here. You have a yellow and a black. So the yellow filter is for keeping big particles coming out. Let's say if you kept some fish tanks and you got fish poop. I got a question here. Let me see. Sky, can I change the fish water every other week instead of once a week? Yeah, you can do, depending. It's really hard to answer because some of my people that I know, they keep huge tanks like 55 and 100 plus gallons, and they change the water like once a month. I have a 20 gallon and some 10s and some 5s, which is really small, so I have to make sure that the water quality is healthy enough. But I could get away with twice a month, every other week like you said, but I like to do it once a week at the minimum, just to make sure that the water is very healthy for the fish. And what this yellow sponge does, like fish poop and other things like that, or dead leaves, the yellow sponge will catch it. Then you have the black sponge is for finer things. Like I use sand in my aquarium, so if I go in there and start mixing up the sand, or if my fish start digging in the sand, the black sponge will catch the sand from coming and shooting back out all across the tank. And what I like about the sponge filter hang on the back is that once you clean, you start doing a water change, just rinsing out in your aquarium water that you just took out of your tank, squeeze it out and put it back in there. I don't have to buy filter cartridges like that. You can replace these sponges at least every 6 months, and you can save a lot of money this way. And what I like is you see that little knob, you can control the water flow. My betas do not like fast water flow, so I turned it so the water flow is really nice, slow, and gentle, which I'll also show in his aquarium is at the top. This is the top of his aquarium, and this is Salvinia minimum, and that little long green leaf is Java fern. And the Salvinia doesn't like a lot of water flow, so it carpets out the whole tank and looks really green on top. Those are what those long roots were kind of sticking out in the fish tank. It was that green plant at the top, and it's just really cool to have. So the Magoon filter I really love. Like I said, it's the great budget option, and it gives you a dial flow for your flow of water for your aquarium, which I wish the LED Pro really had. I really did. And if you're gonna keep fish, I'll show you tonight. Over my overhead view is a fresh water kit, and this is what this does. You test your water yourself, and this can test 800 times. You just want to make sure that your you can test your pH, your ammonia, nitrates, and nitrites, and make sure everything is in perfect balance to make sure you don't have any issues. And I like to keep a little tablet by my fish tanks for each tank and see what's going on. So I test the ammonia, pH, and all that, and I can keep a consistent record to see maybe if ammonia is too high, I do a water change. Nitrates and stuff, if something's out of whack, I do a water change. And that way I can keep a consistent log here, which I'll show you in the overhead here. The fresh water kit, they pack it up really well. It comes with a book, which you can, it tells you how to do your ammonia, your nitrates, and test, and why is it very important. It comes in also some other languages. I'm an English speaker, so I just read the English section. It comes with 4 of these little glass little tubes that go up to 5 milliliters at this API line, and you just dip it in the water, get enough water, and test it. And you got your pH here, and if you're into keeping high, I haven't used this one because I don't keep high range pH, like cichlids and other things that like high pH. You test your ammonia here, which has 2 bottles for a test. You do it twice. Then you test your nitrate here, as you can see. And then you have 2 bottles for your nitrates right here in 2 steps. And what I really like about this product, it'll help save you time. I know a lot of big stores and maybe mom and pop stores, they do free water changes, free testing of your aquarium water, and that kind of wastes a lot of gas if you're always driving there and back to get your water tested. Just pick you up one of these, and it's really great. Even if you have one tank, test the water every week, once a month. It'll just help you keep a good, consistent data on your fish tank. That way you can get the longest life out of your fish. And another product that I really, really, really love is this. I keep Planet fish tanks, as you've seen on my aquariums. I keep this Lumi Asta 20. Now there is some coupons. You get you can get 7% off of this product if you buy it. So you get a coupon, 7% off. And what I like about this is that it has this dome shape up here, and what it does is beam light. So you have 2 lenses. You have one that comes standard. It's a 120 kind of angle coming down like that, beam that kind of hits the whole tank. And then you have the 60 lens, which gives it a more kind of straight down, kind of concentrated beam of light. I use the 120 beam just to give it a wide panorama view, I would say. That way all your plants get all the light. And what I really like about this style light is that if you got a fast enough flow on your aquarium, it will actually make a nice disco ball effect, kind of make ripples in the water, which is really nice to see in your home aquarium. So calming. I would really get it. Really great, not that expensive, and it's a great budget option to the Kessel light, which is like $200-$300 for a light. This is like the poor man's Kessel, which I really like. And another light that I really like to use is the Nicrew Classic LED, which again I had on this tank right here, this 5-gallon, and I have it on a 10-gallon that I currently have right now. And this is what's growing all these plants: the Salvinia minimum, the Java fern, and I have some crypts in there from this other angle. If you can see some crypts in there, and it grows really well. I also have another Nicrew style light on this aquarium too that grew these plants really well. And I really like Nicrew because for the price that they charge for their aquarium, they give you the best bang for your buck. You know, it really grows plants. And I'm going to show you some of these other customers aquariums here. You know, somebody just set up their aquarium. And what I also like about Nicrew, it has a this is a daytime, and it also has a nighttime light. So you can give them like the moonlight. I just turned the tank off. I really don't use it, but it looks really cool in a dark room. I'm not going to lie. Here, and excuse me, and here's some other fish tanks right here. You know, nice green. It grows a lot of plants like crazy. And that's what I like about this product. It will grow plants, and for a cheap light, it really does do the job right. And here's another one. I like this one. I like this one a little better because the Nicrew Classic LED is kind of thick like this, like a brick. But then the sky lid is kind of more rectangular and more elongated. It's not as beefy as the Classic LED. And what I like about this one is, like I said, it's smaller and more compact, and it doesn't get as hot. The other Classic LED doesn't get hot, but this one runs cooler than the Classic LED, and this is the more updated version. And I've used this on a couple of my aquariums, and you know, some of these customers like this one, I really like this one. It grows a lot of plants like crazy, and it's a nice little fish tank. Grows well, and it doesn't cost that much. And here's another one you can see. He's got a nice green fish tank. It grows like crazy. You turn it on for about 8 to 10 hours and you want to try some plants out, it'll grow it. It will really grow your aquarium plants. And if you're gonna get, you know, a pretty decent budget friendly, beginner friendly light, you just can't get root tabs. You're gonna need a good substrate for it. And what I love to use for my Planet aquariums is the Fluval Stratum. It's basically aqua soil in these little pellet form. And what I like about it is that you put your aquarium plants in there, your aquarium plants is going to explode. When I started using this stuff, my aquarium plants took off, and I started getting all that lush growth, which I really love. And I'm going to show you some of these guys' fish tanks as well. You know, like this one, this was a really nice setup here. Nice little simple. He just set it up so it looks pretty nice. And some other people, like he's got a carpet of aquarium plants, if you can see that on the left side, and it's going to take over the whole bottom tank. So it's going to be like luscious and green. And this stuff will help your aquarium take off. You got aquarium plants that love to be rooted in there, like Rotala and some jungle val and things like that, and cryptocornis that like to grow in soil or have their roots planted in the soil. This stuff will make it explode. Now, the only thing you have to be careful with when using this product is that when you fill up your aquarium with this stuff and you put the water in, you have to do at least a 50% water change every day for the next week or two, because if you don't, you will get an algae bloom because of all the minerals being stirred up in the water. If you can do a 50% water change every day for the next week, And mind you, I don't put fish in until like 2 months after I set up a fish tank. Or if I already had my fish tank cycled, I put it in there. But just to get over this, I at least don't put no fish in there for the first 2 weeks because of the water changes. And once you get that under control, it is really nice. You will get minimum algae, and it looks really natural in my opinion. It's nice brownish color, kind of looks like the mud at the bottom of a lake or a stream, like down here. I'll show you, like down in between the rocks is kind of brown, and over time it kind of looks more and more natural instead of pebbly, which I really like the effect of that. And last but not least, I'm going to talk about the sand. I use sand in my aquarium, as I'm going to show you here. I use this sand in pretty much all my aquariums here. Like this was my first ever biotope one, which is supposed to be like a rocky stream from China. And I used that sand in there. I used the sand in here also. If you can't see, I get another angle for you. In there, I used that sand in there with the fluval stratum. If you can see near the back, that little blackness at the top of the plants, that's the fluval stratum also. I used it in this aquarium as well. It's just really nice sand. And what I like about this sand is you can plant plants in it. Just mind you would need like those sea chem root tabs to put in there, because this sand, even though sand is not really fine sand, this is more of like a coarse, kind of bigger, kind of grain sand, which will make it easier for your plants to be able to grow in. I like to put this on top or in the front of the tank to make it look very natural, and having the aqua soil like the fluval stratum in the back. That way, because nobody sees the back, they just see the front. And I use it more of decoration purposes, and it's a really great thing. So this has been a great time today live streaming. Make sure that if you didn't, send a screenshot of you following us at live@computerpal.live for a chance to enter a giveaway tonight. And I hope you guys have a great night and the rest of your day.